he never looks for the failures of his idea. Now, in IT, we always look for failures of ideas when we do requirements. We look for the places where it will not work. He only looks for the places where it would be really neat if it worked, and forgets everything else. So if you just sit there and say, you know, this is like Christmas, just order your presents here, you're going to get a system which is totally ridiculous. And that's what you see. No.
You can have Christmas all year round.
Yeah, Christmas all year round, and it's going to be totally crazy. And that's what you see in this system. And the reaction to this is that finally they say that, now I'm not going to listen to the doctors anymore, we just build the systems like they are. That's slightly better, but it's still, you know, it's not for medicine, it doesn't work. And that's where we are today. Nobody listens to the doctors. Every organization, every purchasing organization, and every vendor has tame doctors on the payroll. Nobody ever listens to them. They're only there to say, we have doctors. Because that's in the checklist. We have doctors. We don't listen to them, but we have them. We're lucky they don't listen to them. But what you have to do, and this is very easy. I'm going to tell you another story first. This was in Belgium too, with the intensive care thing. We were going to do operating theaters. There was an operating theater in France. Now listen to this. Montpellier. They wanted a new system for operating. So this guy comes to me and says, well, they sent us these screenshots. This is what they want. So they had a lot of screenshots over. During the operation, they would count the swabs, you know, so that nothing was left in the patient, and the instruments and everything, and not all this. These are the screenshots. I said, this is what they want. I said, okay, first question, where did you get these screenshots? Eh? Yeah, that's the system they now have. And you tell me that's what they want, that's what they have. Eh? Yeah, well, the director sent us this and said this is what they want. According to me, if they go from France to Belgium and ask for a system, they show you exactly what they don't want, right? Because that's what they have. You think so? Yeah, I think so. So find out. Right? Secondly, he says they want this screen with these check boxes, and this is the surgeon that's going to do this? Yeah. So I say, how? you have... Yeah, well, the mouse among, you know, where? Exactly. Next to the liver or behind it? Yeah, but, yeah, listen, this is the hospital director that sent us this, and he says he wants this, and this guy is a surgeon, he should know. So, I've also done a bit of that, and I know you can't do that. He says it's so, who would you believe? I say, myself. No, we're going to do this. Anyway, I said, no, you are going to follow me into an operating theater, and you're going to stand next to me, next to the patient, next to the surgeon, and you're going to point where you're going to put that mouse. Okay, if you're... So I got this guy in there. I had a lot of fun. He stayed there for 3 hours and asked about everything. And he came out and said, you can't do that, that's stupid. Right? So I don't think the project, almost everything I touch, they give up. But anyway, so they gave up this project too. Which is a lot better because it would never have worked. There's no way to do it. Today, maybe you could do some kind of gesture thing. But back then, this is 95, 96. You couldn't have done it. There's no way. Pedal, perhaps? I don't know. Anyway, the surgeon wouldn't be very interested in clicking. It's ridiculous. So the thing is, the only thing you can find real requirements is if the IT people actually go and look for themselves. Sit next to a doctor, be in an operating theater, experience themselves with the things that you are going to learn, did learn or will learn about how to do requirements. You have to do it. You don't take it secondhand from a doctor. Never. Because it will be wrong. All the things that are self-evident to the doctor will never be mentioned. Of course, we don't examine the patient on this table, we do it there. But maybe you don't know that, so he won't tell you that. You will have the wrong picture of what's happening, you have the wrong presumptions. He won't tell you the 80% again that is self-evident to him, of which only 20% is self-evident to you. Right? So you have to be there. There is no way around it. For some reason that I don't really understand, this is very hard in Sweden. I've tried, I don't know how many times to tell people, you don't have to believe me. Come sit next to me while I do patients. Nah, they don't want to. Nah, I never get the reason. I don't know what they expect, that I'm going to kill them or something. I don't know. I never get anyone to do it. Now we're going to sit around the table with the doctors. And you see the result, yeah?
You know exceptional because you are in both fields. If we ask a doctor to decide him in a surgery or they will not go.
They love it. There's nothing a doctor loves more than having somebody next to him who doesn't know that he's doing something wrong and that admires him for everything he does. They love it. Yeah, you should sit there and say, oh, you know. But you have to see it with your own eyes. And then you discover all these things, right? Which they will never be able to tell you. Because they couldn't imagine that you didn't know that already.
You should not say something that they guess we know.
What?
We know they will follow us out.
No. I don't think so. No. No. If you have a doctor that tells you, who is the doctor, me or you, that's a very good character to go somewhere else. Because the people that say, I'm the doctor, I know best, towards patients or other people, have a lot to hide. Everyone else is just too happy to tell you everything they know and everything they don't know. And if they don't listen to them. You're in the wrong place now.
Well, what if you are assigned a project and the person who says, I know best, is the one who decides, who has the only right to decide, and you have to follow him, and there is no, you try and you can't make anything out of it. You can just go to your only management and say, well, I'm not going to do this project because it's not following the rules. They will just hire another man instead of you.
Is Dilbert a part of the curriculum? Because what you describe here is a pointy-haired boss, if you read Dilbert. Right? Yeah. That kind of crap happens everywhere.
So
you're stuck. You have to choose between doing the right thing or having a career. No, I choose the right thing. That's why I don't have a career. That's ethics, yeah. No, I think you will have to do the right thing as far as you can without compromising a career. And sometimes you can't avoid it, and then you turn into Julian Assange or something, and you get accused of rape instead. So it's, but that's a social thing, more or less. No, terminology systems, we were there. Okay, so, okay, real requirements, that's the thing. And it's hard. It's not so hard if you see them and say, don't ever delegate that, because that is the most important part. Also, you have to be aware of doctors in another sense. Most doctors nowadays actually know computers, which means that they already decided for themselves that, you know, a program that does this would be really neat. And then they start describing their requirements to you halfway to a solution. They say, for instance, common database. Right? They don't say what they're actually trying to achieve. And when you sit down and look at the situation yourself, you discover, for instance, no, they don't actually need the sophisticated system with the allergies up in the right corner. They need a tattoo on the forehead. Right? But they won't tell you that. They will already have decided that what I want is a portable iPad. Right? That does this. Right? So they're going to describe, I have a strict need for a portable thing that is not more than 10.5 inches. Right? And touch, you know, and so forth. And since their requirements begin there, you have no option. Right? But if you are there, you will see that, yeah, but maybe he didn't think of that there are actually other ways of doing this that could be better, and you can propose those instead. Which was a very good reason never to listen to requirements on dry land.